Christmas at the Beach of 2022 event by Colton Dennis. Hello everyone and welcome to Christmas at the beach. I hope you had a wonderful week, because I know we did, said announcer number 2. That's right. And tonight, James Dennis is putting the power into the audience's hands, because all their champions' opponents will be chosen by all of you. And I can't wait to see the results, said announcer number 1. I don't think we have to wait much longer, said announcer number 2. That's right. Let's head to the ring, said announcer number 1. Tempest appears walking backstage, then goes into the wall. Tempest, are you sure you want to fight tonight? Asked James Dennis appearing. Yes, I'm sure. I'm fine, said Tempest. Let me call off your match, please, said James. I'm going to the ring to fight, said Tempest, walking away. How much more can Tempest take? She already has a concussion. But she still wants to fight, said announcer number 2. I don't know what to tell you, but she's a great ladies champion, said announcer number 1. Music is playing. Tempest is walking down the ramp, shakes her head, then slides into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to see who will challenge Tempest for the Ladies' Championship, said announcer number 3. Blue Rose 26%. Lights 22%. The Oracle 52%. Music is playing. The Oracle appears on the stage, walks down the ramp, then slides into the ring. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Ladies' Championship. Introducing the challenger, the Oracle, and her opponent, she is the Ladies' Champion, Tempest, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Tempest waves at the Oracle. The Oracle stares at Tempest. We don't have to do this. I could just leave the ring and let you win, said the Oracle, turning around. Tempest turns the Oracle around. Bring it on. Fight me. Come on. Fight me, said Tempest. No, said the Oracle, turning around. Fight me, bitch, said Tempest, turning the Oracle around again, then slaps her. The Oracle holds her face, then looks at Tempest. Tempest waves her hands. The Oracle kicks Tempest's stomach. Tempest groans, then bends over. The Oracle shakes her head, then turns around. Tempest stands up, then turns the Oracle around a third time. The Oracle kicks Tempest's stomach again. Jumps up, then does a famouser onto her. Tempest laying motionless on the mat. The Oracle rolls Tempest onto her back, then hooks her right leg. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 1. Bell dings. Here's your winner and the new ladies' champion, the Oracle, said announcer number 3. The Oracle grabs the title, looks at Tempest, then stands up. Referee number 1 raises the Oracle's right arm. The Oracle shakes her head, then goes through the middle ropes. Well, the Oracle has too much respect for Tempest, said announcer number 2. You definitely could tell. She even told her to not fight. Tempest has too much pride, said announcer number 1. The Oracle is walking up the ramp. I still can't believe this, said announcer number 2. Me either. Well, folks, we now move to the tag team titles. Digger and Suave will take on one of these teams, said announcer number 1. Music is playing. Both Digger and Suave appear on the stage, raise their titles, then walk down the ramp. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to see who will challenge Digger and Suave for the tag team titles, said announcer number 3. The Governor and Sergeant 46%. Tank and Domino 23%. The Scout and Hercules 31%. Music is playing. The Governor appears on the stage, walks down the ramp, then stops next to the ring. Other music is playing. Sergeant appears on the stage, walks down the ramp, then high-fives the audience members. Both Sergeant and the Governor walk up the steel stairs, then go through the middle rope. Well, Digger and Suave have their work cut out for them here tonight, said announcer number 2. They definitely do. These two are really strong wrestlers, said announcer number 1. Beldings. This match is scheduled for one fall and is for the tag team titles. Introducing the challengers, first, Sergeant and the Governor, and their opponents, they are the tag team champions, Digger and Suave, said announcer number 3. Beldings. Both Sergeant and Suave will start this match off, said announcer number 1. Do you think we'll have new tag champions? Asked announcer number 2. Anything's possible, said announcer number 1. Both Sergeant and Suave lock up. Sergeant pushes Suave into the corner. Suave raises his hands. Sergeant lets go of Suave, then walks backwards. Suave walks out of the corner. Both Sergeant and Suave lock up again. Suave pushing Sergeant into the corner. Sergeant raises his hands. Suave lets go of Sergeant, stares at him, then walks backwards. Both Sergeant and Suave lock up a third time. Sergeant puts Suave into a headlock. Suave groaning, then bounces Sergeant off the ropes. Sergeant shoulder tackles Suave, runs, bounces off the ropes, then jumps over him. Suave stands, then drop kicks Sergeant. Sergeant groaning, then gets pushed onto the mat. Suave covers Sergeant. 1, 2. Sergeant kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Suave grabs Sergeant's right leg, then holds out his left hand. Digger tags Suave's left hand, goes through the middle rope, then does an elbow drop onto Sergeant. Sergeant groans. Digger puts a headlock onto Sergeant. Sergeant waving his arms around, gets onto his knees, stands up, then punches Digger's stomach. Digger groans, then hits Sergeant's back. Sergeant groans, then falls to his knees. Digger puts a headlock onto Sergeant. Again. Sergeant stands back up, wraps his arms around Digger's waist, then does a side suplex onto him. Both Digger and Sergeant are laying in the middle of the ring. Both Suave and the Governor are holding out their hands. Both Digger and Sergeant are slowly crawling towards their corners. Sergeant tags the Governor's left hand. Digger tags Suave's left hand. The Governor running towards Suave. Suave shoulder blocks the Governor's stomach. The Governor groans. Suave climbs up the turn buckle, gets to the top, jumps off, then does a crossbody onto the Governor. The Governor groans. Suave punches Sergeant. Sergeant falls off the ledge of the ring. Suave turns around, continuously punches the Governor, runs, then bounces off the ropes. The Governor does a back body drop. Suave lands onto the mat, then groans. The Governor continuously clotheslines Suave, lifts him up, slams him onto the mat, runs, bounces off the ropes, jumps up, then goes for an elbow drop onto him. Suave moves. The Governor's elbow lands onto the mat, then groans. Suave stands up, then dropkicks the Governor. The Governor rolls outside of the ring. Suave stands up, bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring, jumps over the top rope, then lands onto both Sergeant and the Governor. The crowd is cheering. Suave stands up, nods his head, grabs the Governor, rolls him into the ring, then climbs onto the ledge of the ring. Sergeant slowly stands up. Suave looks at Sergeant, jumps up, then does a springboard moonsault onto him. What a beautiful moonsault by Suave, said announcer number 2. Yeah, but will that be a mistake? asked announcer number 1. Suave climbs onto the ledge of the ring, jumps up, then goes for a springboard body splash onto the governor. The governor moves. Suave lands face first onto the mat, then groans. And that's the mistake you were referring to, said announcer number 2. Yes, it was, said announcer number 1. The governor appears in the corner, then turns around. Suave is slowly standing up, then turns around. The governor runs at Suave, then goes for a spear. Suave jumps over the governor. The governor goes into the second turnbuckle, then groans. Suave does a backslide onto the governor. 1, 2. The governor kicks out. 2, said referee number 2. Both Suave and the governor stand up, then collide heads. The governor falls onto the mat. Suave falls into the corner. Digger tags Suave's head, then climbs up the turnbuckle. What is Digger planning on here? Asked announcer number 2. I don't know, but it might not be good, said announcer number 1. Digger gets to the top turnbuckle. The governor stands up, then turns around. Digger jumps off the top turnbuckle. The governor moves. Digger lands face first onto the mat, rolls towards the ropes, stands up, then turns around. The governor runs at Digger, then spears him. Spear. The governor just speared Digger. We're gonna have new tag team champions, said announcer number 2. The governor hooks Digger's left leg. 1, 2. The stalker lands onto the governor. Ring the bell, said referee number 2. Bell dings. The stalker picks up the governor, then throws him into the ring post. The governor groans. Suave slides into the ring, then runs at the stalker. The stalker sidesteps Suave, then throws him over the top rope. Suave lands onto the ledge of the ring, then goes to jump up. A steel chair hits Suave's back. Suave groans. The Hood appears. What the hell? These RADW competitors. What are they doing here? Asked announcer number 2. Sergeant stands up, then turns around. The Hood swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits Sergeant's head. The stalker looks at Digger. Digger is slowly moving, then stands up. The stalker does a running stow onto Digger. The Hood slides into the ring, then hands the steel chair to the stalker. The stalker grabs the steel chair. The governor is slowly standing up, then turns around. The stalker swings the steel chair. The steel chair hits the governor's head. Both the Hood and the stalker raise their arms. The crowd is booing. Would you ever believe that the Hood and the stalker would form a team? Asked announcer number 1. No, I wouldn't, said announcer number 1. And they were at each other's throats for a long time too, said announcer number 2. Something snapped in the stalker. Alright folks, up next, the US Continental Championship will be on the line. Chaos will defend it against the poll winner, said announcer number 1. Music is playing. Chaos appears walking down the ramp, holds up his title, then stops next to the ring. This is mine, mine. No one else's, it's mine, said Chaos walking up the steel stairs, then goes through the middle rope. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to find out who will challenge Chaos for the US Continental Championship, said announce number 3. Boycott 20%. Wrathhog 10%. Havoc 70%. Music is playing. Havoc appears on the stage, runs down the ramp, then slides into the ring. Chaos is standing in the corner. Well, Havoc won the polls. Almost like a landslide, said announcer number 1. I know, said announcer number 1. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for one fall, and is for the US Continental Championship. Introducing the challenger, Havoc. And his opponent, he is the US Continental Champion, Chaos, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Havoc approaches Chaos. Chaos goes through the middle rope. Get him back. Get him back. I'm not ready, said Chaos. Havoc walks backwards. Chaos goes through the middle rope, then walks around the ring. Havoc approaches Chaos again. Chaos goes through the middle rope again. Back up, said referee number 3. Chaos goes through the middle ropes again. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready, said Chaos. Both Chaos and Havoc go to lock up. Chaos walks away. Havoc stares at Chaos. Chaos is laughing. He thinks I'm that stupid, said Chaos. Turning around, Havoc punches Chaos. Chaos falls onto the mat. Havoc continuously punches him. Chaos bouncing off the ropes. Havoc grabs Chaos's head, runs, then throws him over the top rope. Chaos lands onto the floor. Come on, you bastard, said Havoc. Chaos is slowly standing up. Outside of the ring, walks towards the bell area, then grabs his title. I'm out of here, said Chaos. Walking around it. Havoc goes through the middle ropes. Chaos stops, then holds up his hands. Havoc approaches Chaos. Chaos runs. Havoc chasing Chaos around the ring. Chaos rolls into the ring, then holds up the title. Come on, said Chaos. Havoc slides into the ring. Chaos swings the title. Havoc ducks, then kicks Chaos's stomach. Chaos groans, then drops the title. Havoc picks up the title, then goes to swing it. Referee number 3 grabs the title from Havoc's hands. No, you'll be disqualified, said referee number 3, walking towards the corner. Havoc turns around. Chaos kicks Havoc in his testicles. Havoc groans, then falls onto the mat. Chaos covers Havoc. Referee number 3 slides into the ring. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell, said referee number 3. Bell dings. Here's your winner and still the US Continental Champion, Chaos, said announcer number 3. Give me my title. Give it to me, said Chaos. Grabbing the title from referee number 3, then rolls outside of the ring. Havoc is groaning, then looks up at Chaos. Chaos raises his title. Well, that was disappointing, said announcer number 2. It really was. I don't even think there's any honor in champions anymore, said announcer number 1. Or challengers, said announcer number 2. True. All right, folks. We're at the main event, where Hazard will defend his title against the winner of the poll, said announcer number 1. Music is playing. Hazard appears on the stage, then walks down the ramp. Will this be the last time we see Hazard? Asked announcer number 2. Let's hope not, said announcer number 1. Hazard slides into the ring, then holds up his title. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to see who will face Hazard for the Global Championship, said announcer number 3. Who's it gonna be? Asked announcer number 2. Hellfire 2%. Quake 92%. The Goon 6%. Music is playing. Quake appears, then walks down the ramp. Hazard must face Quake for the title, said announcer number 1. This might be Hazard's last match. I mean, remember what Quake did to Rhino in their match, said announcer number 2. I do indeed remember, said announcer number 1. Bell dings. This match is scheduled for 1 fall. Is for the Global Championship. Introducing the challenger, Quake, and his opponent, he is the Global Champion, Hazard, said announcer number 3. Bell dings. Both Hazard and Quake get face to face. I'm gonna be taking your title from you. This is your last night here, said Quake. Hazard nods his head, then punches Quake. Quake groans, then punches Hazard. Both Hazard and Quake are continuously punching each other. Hazard runs, bounces off the ropes, then tries clothes lining Quake. Quake staggering. Hazard runs, then bounces off the ropes again. Quake clotheslines Hazard. Hazard groans. Well, now Hazard knows what he's fighting, said announce number 1. Quake grabs Hazard, then elbows him in the back of his neck. Hazard groans. Quake bounces Hazard's head off the top turnbuckle. Hazard groans. Quake whips Hazard into the opposite corner, runs at him, then does a corner body splash onto him. Hazard groans, then falls onto the mat. Have you ever seen Hazard being manhandled? Asked announcer number 2. The only one that I knew was the mountain that could do this to Hazard, said announcer number 1. Quake picks Hazard up, whips him into the corner, then runs at him. Hazard boots Quake. Quake groans, then walks backwards. Hazard jumps onto the second rope. Quake turns around. Hazard jumps off the second rope. Quake catches Hazard in his arms, then locks in a bear hug. Hazard groaning. When was the last time you saw a bear hug? Asked announcer number 2. I can't remember, said announcer number 1. Hazard continues groaning, then headbutts Quake. Quake groans, then tightens the bear hug. Hazard continues groaning, then headbutts Quaker again. Quake groans. Hazard continuously headbutts Quake. Quake lets go of the bear hug. Hazard is swaying, then walks towards Quake. Quake lifts Hazard, then slams him onto the mat. Hazard groans. Quake leaning against ropes, then shakes his head. Hazard laying in the middle of the ring. Quake runs, bounces off the ropes, then goes for a leg drop. Hazard moves. Quake groans, then holds his right leg. Hazard moved just in the nick of time, said announcer number 2. He definitely did. Maybe he could get the advantage now, said announcer number 1. Hazard stands up, runs, bounces off the ropes, then tries clothes lining Quake. Quake staggering. Hazard runs, bounces off the ropes again, jumps up, then does a flying clothesline onto Quake. Quake falls onto the mat. He's down, said announcer number 2. Hazard covers Quake. 1, 2. Quake kicks out. 2, said referee number 4. Hazard stands up, then waves at Quake. Quake stands up, then turns around. Hazard lifts Quake. Quake falls on top of Hazard. Hazard groans. Quake must be too heavy, said announcer number 2. Quake stands up, then shakes his right leg. Something must be bothering Quake's leg, said announcer number 1. Quake grabs Hazard, then picks him up. Hazard moves Quake's arms, then continuously punches him. Quake continuously staggering backwards. Hazard runs, then bounces off the ropes. Quake grabs Hazard by his throat, then throws him through the middle rope. Hazard lands onto the floor, then groans. Quake groans, then goes through the middle ropes. Hazard pulls himself up with the barricade. Quake hits Hazard's back. Hazard groans. Quake lifts Hazard onto his right shoulder, then runs towards the ring post. Hazard lands onto his feet behind Quake, then pushes him into the ring post. Quake groans. Hazard runs, then pushes Quake into the ring post again. Quake's right arm goes into post, then he leans again it. Hazard runs at Quake. Quake moves. Hazard goes into the ring post. Oh my God. Hazard just hit that post hard, said announcer number 2. That didn't look good, said announcer number 1. Referee number 4 is kneeling next to Hazard. Hazard is groaning. Quake leaning against the barricade, then walks towards Hazard. Hazard continues groaning. Quake picks Hazard up. Hazard slowly stands, grabs Quake's right arm, then pulls him into the ring post. Quake falls onto the floor, holds his right arm, then groans. "Man, what a match this is," said announcer number 2. Hazard pulls himself up, holds his head, then rolls into the ring. Quake, slowly standing up outside of the ring, approaches the ring, then rolls inside it. Hazard looks at Quake, slowly stands up, then bounces off the ropes on the opposite side of the ring. Quake stands up, then boots Hazard. Hazard falls onto the mat. Quake, leaning against the ropes, turns around, bounces off the ropes, then does leg drop onto Hazard. 1-2. Hazard kicks out. 2, said referee number 4. Quake stands up, bounces off the ropes, then goes for a leg drop onto Hazard again. Hazard moves. Quake lands onto the mat, groans, then holds his right leg again. Hazard slowly stands up, then looks at Quake. Quake is slowly standing up. Hazard bounces off the ropes. Quake turns around. Hazard shoulder tackles Quake's right leg. Quake flips onto the mat, then holds his right leg. Hazard smiles, stands up, then approaches Quake. Quake is groaning. Hazard picks Quake up, then whips him. Quake reverses it. Hazard goes into the corner. Quake runs at Hazard. Hazard moves. Quake goes face first into the corner, groans, then turns around. Hazard lifts Quake, then does a sit-out spinebuster onto him. "He got him," said announcer number 2. "I don't think he got the whole thing." Hazard covers Quake. 1-2. Quake kicks out. 2, said referee number 4. "Told you," said announcer number 1. Hazard stands up, then waves at Quake. Quake slowly stands, then turns around. Hazard lifts Quake, then again. Quake lands onto his feet in front of Hazard, grabs him by his throat, lifts him up, then does a chokeslam. Hazard groans. Quake falls onto the mat. "I don't think Quake got all of that chokeslam," said announcer number 2. "Me either," said announcer number 1. Quake slowly crawls towards Hazard, then puts his arm on to right him. 1-2. Hazard kicks out. 2, said referee number 4. Quake slowly stands up, picks Hazard up, lifts him up, then slams him onto the mat. Hazard groans. Quake goes through the middle rope, then climbs up the turnbuckle. "What is Quake planning here?" asked announcer number 2. "I have no idea, but if he connects this, I guarantee we're gonna have a new champ," said announcer number 1. Quake appears on the top turnbuckle, jumps off, then goes for a leg drop. Hazard moves. Quake lands onto the mat, groans, then holds his right leg. Luckily Hazard moved, because who knows what would have happened if he didn't, said announcer number 2. Quake pulls himself up with the ropes. Hazard quickly stands up, then pushes Quake into the corner. Quake's right arm goes into the top turnbuckle, then he groans. Hazard pushes Quake into the corner again. Quake's right arm goes into the top turnbuckle again. He holds it, then turns around. Hazard lifts Quake, then does a sit-out spinebuster onto him. "He got all of that one," said announcer number 1. "But why ain't he going for the cover?" asked announcer number 2. Hazard stands up, grabs Quake's right arm, then locks in a Kimura submission onto him. Quake groaning. "That's the Kimura lock. MMA fighters use it," said announcer number 1. "I didn't know Hazard was a MMA fighter," said announcer number 2. "I didn't know that either," said announcer number 1. Hazard tightens the Kimura lock. Quake screaming, then taps out. "Ring the bell," said referee number 4. Beldings. Here's your winner. And still the global champion, Hazard, said announce number 3. Hazard lets go of Kimura. Locke then stands up. Referee number 4 hands the title to Hazard. Hazard grabs his title then raises it. Wow! Hazard continues to surprise me, said announce number 1. Me too, especially with that Kimura lock, said announcer number 2. Well folks, we thank you for watching. Be safe out there and good night, said announcer number 1. Bye bye, said announcer number 2 waving. Hazard holding up his title. The crowd is cheering loudly. The end.